Now we're going to look at the Nine of Cups, and this card is often referred to as the wish card in tarot. It is a card that represents emotional fulfillment, satisfaction and contentment.
So getting into the symbolism on the Nine of Cups. So as you can see in the middle of the card you have a seated figure with his arms crossed, and he's smiling as well. So this figure represents someone who is pleased and satisfied with their achievements. His crossed arms and smile convey a sense of contentment, confidence and self-assurance. Right, so above him in a nice, orderly, neat row we have 9 cups, and the actual cups symbolise emotional and material abundance. Their arrangement in the neat, orderly line suggests that these achievements are something to be proud of and celebrated, and the number 9 symbolises completion and fulfilment. So the bench here where he's sat represents a stable foundation or comfort of having everything one needs, and the simple setting indicates that the person is comfortable and satisfied in their current state without needing anything more extravagant. The blue background here, which blue is quite a calming colour, signifies peace, serenity and emotional clarity, and it reflects a clear mind and a peaceful emotional state, indicating that the person is not troubled by external concerns or internal conflicts.
So how might the Nine of Cups show up in a reading? So the Nine of Cups, often referred to as the wish card, is a card that talks about satisfaction, contentment and one being able to say they've now reached their personal desires. So it's often seen as a card of pleasure, happiness and a sense of accomplishment. So whether this represents personal pride, material success, emotional contentment, this is a card that asks you to appreciate the abundance in your life. It does talk about, in a reading, when this card shows up, it can show you in a place where your wishes have now been granted. So it's talking about you in a good place where you are now emotionally fulfilled through being able to have achieved the success or the desire or fulfillment emotionally that you wanted. Alternatively, it can also represent gratitude, it can represent self-indulgence, and it can also represent self-congratulation. But ultimately this is a positive card that represents joyous moments in one's life. So in a reading it might show up to talk about emotional fulfillment and satisfaction. So you may have reached a milestone in your life or achieved a personal goal, or you may have just gone through an extremely happy period of time. It can show that you have come to a place where you have gained material success. So it can be showing you in a moment where you are enjoying the fruits of your labour. It can talk about you having all the resources that you need now and have hoped for to lead a happy, successful or fulfilling life. It can talk about a moment of personal pride, so it can be representing a time in your life where you are proud of yourself, where you are understanding or very much aware of how good you have done in something, or your achievements where you've been successful, and it can show you actually being now recognised for your hard work and the efforts that you have put in, and it's the feeling around that you would get from that. So it's like the emotional fulfillment that comes with knowing that you've done a good good job, that you've done well in something. It can just show simply that you're at a place where you're enjoying life's pleasures, the joys of life. It can show you indulging in different things, whether that be enjoying good food or just having good company at the time. But it shows you participating in activities that bring you a lot of fulfillment, and even possibly like enjoying these kind of things with loved ones and people that make you happy. It does overall show a contentment of life. You're in a very happy period of life. You're enjoying life. You're enjoying what the earth has to offer you. Your reality right now is giving you a lot of positive things to look at and for you to take part in and enjoy. Because it's the wish card, if there has been something that you've been wishing for, it can come up to indicate that your wish is about to come true. It can show you in a state of gratitude. Maybe beforehand you've been in a period of time where you found it difficult to find gratitude in your life. You haven't found much to be grateful for, but this card comes up to show you that you're going to be in a period of time now where you're going to be quite grateful for what you have around you. Overall, it does show a period of emotional fulfillment. So this card can also, as I said earlier, talk about overindulgence. It can highlight where the satisfactions of your desires may lead to excess or even taking things for granted. So it can sometimes show up to say that you may need to find some balance in your life. Obviously, it's good to enjoy the pleasurable things in life, but depending on the cards that are around it, if other certain cards come up with this card, it can mean that maybe there is a lack of balance there, and that you could be overindulging slightly, especially if it's pointing to things like health concerns. It's not really a card to show health concerns, but with the other cards around it, it could be suggesting that an overindulgence in something might be leading to a health concern.